DJI have just released their latest update to the DJI FLY app. 1.4.2 is now out. It's going to add a connection guide for DJI FPV, a colour display assist when using D-Log on the Air 2S, and then fixes certain issues and overall app quality. So that's going to be more so for all different drones. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today for the DJI Mini 2. It looks like that most of this update is going to be for the new DJI Air 2S drone with that new colour display assist when using D-Log. But let's get into the video and we'll see if there's anything new or if we've lost anything on the app. So first of all, we've got some nice weather in the UK, which is really rare, and I just thought it was going to rain every single day now until winter. But we've come to this really nice location to test out some of the different functions on this and see what's new on 1.4.2. So let's find out. When you go on the App Store, and I'll give you the alert saying that you can now update to 1.4.2, but we're going to be testing out and having a look now. So in 4K, still everything is still the same at the bottom there with all the different values for changing video modes, 2.7K, 1080p, nothing's lost there at all. So we're not going to lose or gain much because this is not a firmware update. So all the sliders, all the pro mode features which we got on the last update, everything's still the same. But DJI are a bit sneaky, you know. I want to check that we haven't actually lost anything. And we're also, on the last update, quite a few people were having issues with the app crashing, some black screens. So I want to put this to its paces, test out loads of different things on this video today, and then just see, do I get any problems with it, any battery drain, any app crashes, any black screens. So let's go and find out here. But first of all, let's get into the first part. Some people were experiencing some compass issues on the last update with 1.4.0, and you can see from the compass in the bottom left hand corner that is bob on, and the height and distance values are also accurate as well. There was some inconsistencies with people having really bizarre values, saying that they were actually lower than they were or higher than they were. So that seems to be rectified. Once I was about 20 meters in height and it said I was 2 meters in height, so that's all sorted now. It's bang on today. And then just testing out the zoom as well. We're going to be flying over there shortly, but the zoom functions are still in the exact same places. You've still got the two different types of zooms you can do, and this just looks great. You've got the normal punch to zoom in where just by pressing the button, or you can use the FN button and then the glider wheel, and then you can smoothly zoom in or out, a lot more cinematic. Let's have a quick look into the settings, see if anything's changed there. Max altitude, distance, and return to home altitude. Everything exactly the same as it was. This is where if anything's going to change, you're going to have differences here. We hopefully might gain something extra, but we don't want to lose anything either. So the home point is still the same. You can still drag that box around to change your home point. You can update it to the RC still, everything the same as there. Compass calibration, all that, we know that. So we've talked about it a million times, so we won't go over that today. Battery info, everything else is the same. We've still got the same advanced safety settings, return to home, descend, hover, payload mode. Nothing's changed there, everything's the same. And then let's just move on to control. The metrics, kilometers, imperial the same, breathing the same, follow mode, you've still got follow mode and FPV mode. So from looking at settings, nothing seems to be changed at all, so you'll still expect the exact same as what you did on 1.4.0. I'm just going to change this gimbal calibration again manually because that horizontal line is off again, just as it is on every single flight. And I'm hoping that on a new firmware update this could be rectified for me and loads of people who are having these issues as well. Since that last firmware update, not the app update, this has had the problems. I've even tried it on a new DJI Mini 2 as well, still get the same problems. But going through settings, guys, you won't see anything different, everything else is the same. But it's predominantly for them people, especially on Android, who are having a lot of issues with the app crashing. So if that was affecting you, then hopefully this is going to be a lot more stable for you. But with regards to actual different features or layout, everything is exactly the same as it was for 1.4.0. If you've got a DJI Mini 2, if you obviously use a DJI Air 2S, then you're going to have some additional features relating to that color profile. But for us on this video for DJI Mini 2, with regards to the actual setting system and the look of it, everything's the same. But let's go into a few more now. We're going to test out some of the zoom functions. You can see the error I'm in, the transmission, look at all that interference. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we do get any disconnections or signal problems, because there is a hell of a lot of interference in this area. But so far that Mini 2 has been a beast in the air. And let's just get a bit closer now, and then we can try out some more of the zoom functions, make sure they're all working the same. The photos are all the same layout, single, AEB and timed shots. You still got the same quick shots and panel mode. So if you were hoping for something extra, you're not really going to get that. You would get that on a firmware update, but it is good to check and make sure you're actually familiar with your app and where the settings are. Sometimes, especially on a firmware update, all your actual personal settings could be reset, so just go and check these as well. Make sure especially your return to home altitude is set whatever you normally have it set at or what you want it to be set at. But anyway, enough waffling from the distance. Let's go and fly over and check out some sea lions. But this today has got a ND32 filter on. We've got some really nice sunshine today, which like I said at the start of the video is rare. But that picture, how good does this look? All the nice greens and the blues. Everything looks brilliant with this filter on. I'm really impressed how this has come out. I'm not doing a cinematic video today, I'm just flying through this quick as I can. But look at that, how good does this look? And the quality of it using this DJI Mini 2 is just phenomenal, and it still surprises me by the day flying this. What a great machine. So look at the zooms now. So this is 2x zoom in 4K, so you're going to get brilliant quality if you're going to be using 4K. But if you're new to drones or you're not familiar at all, 2.7K, you're going to have 3x zoom, so you can get 1 extra times zoom in there. Just show you that now. So that's 2x zoom, and then it will punch into 3x zoom as well, so you can get really close to that action. And in the 4K and 2.7K, that quality is going to be brilliant and the best. Just look at that, how close you can get close to them sea lions. It was phenomenal of how great this zoom function is. 1080p, you've got 4x zoom. I do find though, especially on a larger screen, when using 1080p and you zoom in at 4x, the quality does start to suffer, as you can see there. If you're just looking on this on a phone or a laptop, you're not going to tell any difference, but on a big screen you can. And then by pressing the FN button and the slider wheel, you can zoom straight into any of them max zoom functions. So this one now is zooming straight into 4x zoom, and you can just see them loving life in there. Look what a great image that is. But I'm not going to be hanging around too long around here, because this is just a short video showcasing this new 1.4.2. The photos are still exactly the same, so you can press 2x zoom on that, but the quality is pretty crap, to be fair, when you zoom in on photo. It's not the same when you zoom in like on a video, so don't tend to use 2x. If you're going to crop in, do that afterwards. But the function buttons and the zoom buttons, everything's working brilliantly, and use them a lot because they're such a great feature on this drone. So let's just go and now fly over. I want to test out sports mode, I want to test out cine mode, and then see if we've still got the old return to home 2 pilots in 1, because I love that function. If that's gone, I'm not going to be happy. But let's go and test it out. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the video quality with this ND filter on? I am outstanding at how well good this picture looks from a DJI Mini 2. Anyway, back to the video. So now what I want to test out is the sports mode, because it sometimes will crash when you go from sports to normal to cine mode, and that's usually what causes app crashes, the most common reason. So let's test it out. So in sports mode, as you can see now, flying towards this building, no problem whatsoever. That switched from normal to sports, full power on the right stick, and away it goes, no problem there. So don't worry about different speeds or problems like on 1.4.0. No issues there whatsoever. Whatever you set it at, cine mode or sports mode, normal mode, it's going to fly at that actual speed. Let's test out Cine Smooth now, so it should go really nice and smooth over these trees. I can't believe that a certain friend of mine who lives in Poland, does also drone videos occasionally now and then, doesn't like Cine mode. Why? Why don't you like Cine mode? What's wrong with you? Cine mode's brilliant. I love it. Use it all the time. Let's test out this one now again. A great feature which we got on 1.4.0, so you can change the orientation when the drone is coming back. If this doesn't work now, the drone's being sold to the highest bidder. So I'm going to now, as it's coming return to home, turn right on the right stick, and we still got it, thank God for that. So the return to home function, so you, as the drone is coming back to you, you can actually turn the sticks. You've got full control of the orientation of it. You can turn the gimbal wheel. It just makes a brilliant cinematic shot. Go and try it out on a large open area. Just be mindful, because the DJI Mini 2 doesn't have any position sensors or obstacle avoidance, when you're flying back it could hit something. So I'm just doing this now, there's a load of trees around me, so just in a big open area like this, then I can just pan the drone to the side, and it just makes for such an amazing shot. This is now coming back to me, but I've got full control, so I can turn it, I can push the gimbal up and down. It's brilliant. I absolutely love this feature a lot. So 1.4.2 didn't bring a lot, but we've not lost anything either. But that app seems really stable, no crashes, the signal was phenomenal, and the battery was also great. So go and download it, go and update. It should be on the DJI website if you're an Android user, and also if iOS, just go straight to the App Store and download. Take care guys, got another video coming tomorrow. Have a great night, see you soon, bye bye.